Hi, I'm Ian, and that's Nick, and welcome to episode 12 of Two Fat DJs!
Two Fat DJs!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 12 of Two
Hello, everyone.
How you doing, Nick? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm feeling good. Feeling a little bit lighter than I did last week, which is good.
Yes.
I tell you what, people seem to like episode 11.
Yeah, a lot of positive feedback from that. A lot of people saying it was funny. Some serious bits in there. My mum said got a bit heavy in a couple of places. Well, that would be appropriate from two fat people, but being heavy. But yeah, so really positive feedback. Yeah, I must say it's I think we've had some great comments since we've been back. It's good to be back. I think it's allowed us both to refocus what we've been doing. So yeah, all good, all good.
My mum doesn't watch this. You know what? She wouldn't know how. When it comes
really?
to matters of the computer, it's like care in the community, you know, which is weird because a lot of what they call silver surfers, right? They're getting quite good with the old technology now. But my mum is left back in the 90s.
Although having said that, when we were we're actually recording this on Valentine's Day, so hey, share the love, everyone. But
these are our cards.
So last night we and I have to say, Ian, no, it looks good. It's nice, but I have to say, you really dropped me in it this morning. Really dropped me in it this morning because Woody posted a picture of this big bunch of flowers that you bought her, and a little sausage dog chocolate, and God knows what else. Yeah. They are in the background there.
Sausage dog chocolate.
Yeah. Right. I mean, we're talking.
What did you get?
Well,
what did you get?
I'd hang on a minute. I'm coming to that. I'm coming. But so, I would think those flowers were expensive. Yeah, they probably came from Marks and Sparks, somewhere like that. Yeah.
No.
Anyway, so was it the one-stop shop?
No, not the garage that you probably should have stopped at on the way home last night.
No, I did. I actually went out yesterday because I had to go. I went to the optician, and on the way back, I had to get some fuel, and then I popped into Asda, and they didn't have much left, to be honest with you. But
did you get her any flowers?
The best £8 worth of flowers, Ian. So don't ever call me a cheapskate. £8. Thank you. We've been dying to use these effects.
Whoa, hang on. £8.
£8. This is running. If anyone's noticed, we've got some sound effects this week. So yeah, apologies for those of you that will soon get fed up listening to them.
I just realised I got Woody this card, right? Does it appear backwards for you?
No.
All right, okay, but stupid left the price on the back there.
Yeah, that's that's a male mistake. So yeah, I got some flowers.
What did you write in your card?
I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. Shall I?
Go on.
I wrote.
Bearing in mind, before you begin, you did get you got married last year.
Yeah.
But you celebrated your wedding this year with a party in the UK.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Right? Because you're a bit posh like that.
Yeah.
One wedding in one country, party in another.
Yeah.
So this is your first Valentine's Day as a married couple.
Yeah. That's why I pulled all the stops out and I spent £8 on flowers because I thought she was worth it, obviously. I had to make an impression. So I got £8 worth of flowers. I put them on the sideboard when I got home because obviously it was late getting home last night. Put them on there with a card, and she was convinced I got nothing. She'd already primed me up to say you must get me a card with wife on it. So obviously I managed to do that. But in it I wrote to my wife, I love you. P.S. you still owe me £480,000. Which was, do you remember I said when we watch football, I say to her,
Yeah.
do you want £50,000 on the result? And it's like this, So it's currently, she owes me £480,000. I did tell her if I haven't got the money by Monday, her and the dog can get out. So she's
Good
got
luck with
till
that.
Monday to get. So I've given her a bit of time anyway.
Good luck with that. I wrote, because I'm a poet, right? Roses are red, violets are blue.
Yeah.
You have a nice bum, and I love you.
That is smooth. Proper
Hey,
smooth.
it is smooth, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, to be honest with you, when I got in last night, it was just just 12 o'clock, I think. And I had to quickly write it because obviously she was going to get out of bed and come in and say, oh, hello. So I had to quickly write it. So that was why. But yeah, as long as I got in
just
the 400.
For Doris's benefit, just in case Doris didn't see these properly this
Doris,
morning.
look away now, Doris. Look away.
Yeah, very nice. Boys.
Very nice.
Look at them. You got some roses and some other, a rose.
Yeah.
A couple of other white and pinky things and some green things.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Have you ever bought your Doris 12 red roses?
No, she doesn't like roses.
You'll have to ask her.
You'll have to ask her in private why she doesn't like roses.
Okay.
She doesn't like roses.
That's one to remember.
Yeah. So
she doesn't like roses at all.
Yeah, at all. Yeah. So if I was to give her roses, she'd probably throw them at me.
Okay. Have you ever bought anyone red roses?
Getting into a sticky situation now, and Ian.
Are we going down a rabbit hole we don't need to go down?
I have. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, I like roses. I think red roses are nice.
Yeah, bloody expensive.
Oh, how much are they now?
The shop where I bought them, right? 12 red roses, £99.
Shut up.
£99. They were nice red roses. I will give them that. And they were presented nice. But yeah, 99 quid. Yeah.
Did you get holiday vouchers and a buffet meal with that for 99 quid? Jesus.
I'd want steak and chips and veg
something
and
else. Yeah, I know.
And a dessert for that.
Steak and I know. Yeah.
But that was, I mean, I got those from a sort of small independent florist just up the road. Because I'm not keen on the supermarket flowers. Don't get me wrong, they're all right, but I don't know. When you get there, sometimes they just look a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't really do Valentine's. I don't like Valentine's. I don't do it. I don't necessarily. No, I don't. I mean, Doris is very lucky because I show her how much I love her every single day of the week.
Of course.
365 days of the year, and she'll be the first to admit that. But, so I think to sort of make an extra effort on one day, why? It's I let her do the cooking, right? So I let her cook. I let her do all the housework. I do all things like that for her. So I treat her well. I do treat her well. Anyway,
you let her do all these things.
I do. Yeah, I do. Anyway, listen, we could go on and on talking about love and Valentine's, couldn't we? But we could. Do you think I look? Do you think I look any lighter this week?
Hang on a minute, right? Just turn to the side. Yeah, your profile. Yeah, one less chin, I think.
One neck.
Chin. Yeah. It's not hanging down like a chicken.
What about my face?
Like a turkey.
Let me move my microphone.
It's looking a bit thinner, I've got to say. You know, your jowls are a bit smaller.
Sharp.
You're looking a bit thinner, Nick. Tell us, how much thinner are you this week than you were last week?
This week, Ian, I'm 8.5 pounds thinner than I was last week.
I'm going to let you play all the way through.
So,
It's like an episode
anyway,
it's like an episode of Jerry Springer, isn't it?
Yeah. No. So for those of you that listened to episode 11, I think we finished off last week or last episode by saying that I was gonna try doing Slimming World meals, ready-made meals for one whole week, and that was all I was gonna eat in the evening. So I was
Yeah.
basically gonna have a breakfast, like an omelette or a boiled egg or a poached egg or some bacon. And then for lunchtime, I might have some soup. But my main meal for the day was going to be the Slimming World meals that you can buy every evening. And then I was going to top it up with vegetables. So
Yeah.
I think I had two gigs. I've had 2 gigs or weddings or parties in between last episode and now, so a week. And even with those, I took a salad bowl with me. So I was really focused. I've had a meal every night, and yeah, it's worked. It's worked. I've also started doing the count to 5K, so a little added exercise. Although counts to 5K is another topic of conversation, which no doubt we'll have soon. But so doing that and the Slimming World meals, yeah, it seems to have worked. I don't. It may be that it was the shock that my body needed, and I've lost a lot of weight all of a sudden. I don't know. It's like we said on many
I think
occasions.
it's. I think I wasn't sure exactly how it would pan out with the Slimming World meals, because they say on the packet they're free food, free in terms of no sins. But I wasn't sure whether you could actually lose weight with them, because my consultant, Sean, has always said that they are there not to eat every day for the whole week. They are there as a last resort if you couldn't be bothered to cook and the only other option was a takeaway.
Yeah.
So, but it appears that if you have something low in fat for brekkie, and then one of something for lunch, and then one of those meals in the evening, you're not snacking in between.
Yeah.
Then that's pretty good. I'm quite impressed with that. That's well done, mate.
Yeah, I must say that on the last episode when I don't think I said, or did we record and then I weighed in the following morning? Was that it?
Yeah, we recorded on the Tuesday,
On
and
the
then you weighed
Tuesday.
in the next day. Yeah.
Okay, right. So when I weighed in last week, I hadn't been for 2 weeks because I'd had a party and then something else happened, but I hadn't gone for 2 weeks. In 2 weeks of me pretty much eating crap, just to give you an indication of how bad it can be if you're overweight and you eat the wrong food. In 2 weeks, I put on 12.5 pound. And
Mm.
that wasn't me sort of gouging at everything I could. That was just me not concentrating on what I was eating. Like, so waking up in the morning, the easy option would be I'll have a couple of slices of peanut butter on toast. And then at lunchtime, I'd have a couple of rolls with cheese and salad in it. And then at lunchtime, in the evening, I might have, something in the air fryer with some chips, but they wouldn't be chips we've made. They'd be chips out of a packet. So they're covered in oil.
Mm.
So just doing those silly things for 2 weeks, it probably works out more than 2 weeks, doesn't it? Because probably the week before you haven't really concentrated.
Yeah.
So 2 or 3 weeks, I'd put on nearly a stone, which
Mm.
again just emphasises the importance of just constantly got to be on it. We're never going to be in a position where we can say, that's it, we've cracked it. Never. So
No,
in
it's
2 weeks to
impossible.
put on 12.5 pounds. So to go, yeah. So that's why I'm still a little bit skeptical as to whether putting all of that on and then doing something different for this week, whether it be the Slimming World meals or not, I don't know. But that change, has that contributed to me losing 8.5 pounds, virtually all that I put on? Is it because of that? The interesting thing will be this coming week, I'm going to do it again. And if I lose
Mm.
another 7 or 8 pounds, I'll know that, yeah, that's great. That works. And again, the metabolism going up, with the walking and the jogging, does that help? Who knows? Who knows? I think you can only monitor it over a period of time and see if it actually works or not. So
You'll probably know more in 2 or 3 weeks. You know, once you've been doing it, once
Yeah.
you're maybe doing a little bit more running. I was planning on going walking today. I did a walk yesterday. I did three and a bit miles yesterday, and that was really
Yeah.
nice. You know, it was really nice in the morning. It was quite cold, but I was there in my shorts and my hoodie and my walking shoes, and I went off, and I like that time out
Yeah.
walking because it allows me to kind of clear my brain out, focus on what's happening during the day, get all your thoughts in order.
Yeah.
And today, I mean, I woke up late today. I was brought a cup of tea in bed. Couldn't believe it. I was brought a cup of tea
Valentine's,
in
isn't it?
bed, and Valentine's exactly. I mean, I'd like that kind of thing every day, you know, not just one day a year.
Yeah.
But I know she'll be watching this. So Woody, I love you, and that was very kind of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And it was a great way to wake up.
Yeah, similar to me. I mean, she come in and she said, "Here's a cup of tea for you." And the first thing I said, "Well, that's fine. Keep your hands off me, and get out." Because obviously, I didn't want her to take advantage. So, being Valentine's
No,
Day,
100%,
so
100%. But yeah, it was just nice to get out, go for a walk, see the squirrels, see all the dog walkers. The sun was coming up. It was really nice. But today it's absolutely tanking it down outside,
yeah,
and it's just not. I mean, I have waterproofs to go and walk in, but I just don't like walking in the rain. I mean, where's the
nah,
fun in that?
nah.
I am planning on doing park run this week. I don't know what the long range weather forecast is, but I've done 20. Hang on, let me have a look at my stats. I think I've done 21 or 22. I can't remember exactly.
That's good.
Ian, where is it? My results, park run. Here we go. Looking for your park. All right, I've done 20. 20? I thought I'd done 21.
Do you have to pay to do
Yeah.
park run?
No, it's free.
Okay.
Absolutely free. They're free, as far as I am aware, all over the world. And they all generally happen at 9 a.m. on a Saturday. So in a park near you, I mean, where I live, there are 7 or 8 different park runs to choose from, all kind of offering different types of area to walk in. So like the one nearest to me is a bit of grass, a bit of trail, and a bit of tarmac. I'm
Yeah.
not keen on walking on grass, especially with the weather like it is, because it just gets muddy so quick.
Yeah.
The one Leybourne Lakes, which is I've done once, and I think I will do that one this weekend. That is trail all the way around the lake. So there are muddy bits, there are bits with like little puddles and stuff, but on the whole, it's quite a nice place to walk. Very scenic. But
Yeah.
the whole parkrun thing is it's like a little ecosystem. It's weird. You know, they have when you go from your home parkrun to another one, you're called a tourist, right? And they have all of these different challenges. So there's like the alphabet challenge or whatever they call it, where you have to do a parkrun called like named after every letter in the alphabet.
Yeah.
So I've done Bury
Yeah.
up near Manchester, and I've done the Great Lines, which is near me. And then because I did B and G, I got the BG's award because I'd done the B and the G. I was a BG.
Yeah. Nice one.
It's bizarre, but yeah. Now I've done Leybourne Lake, so I've now got a BG and an L. So I've
Yeah.
just got the rest of them, another 23 letters
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
deal with now.
Like I'm
But
pretty sure.
I enjoy the park run.
Yeah, and I would think it's well attended as well, isn't it?
Yeah, about 300 odd people.
Bloody
There
hell.
was I did Christmas Day as well.
Yeah, nice.
Christmas Day was packed. It was about 400 people there on Christmas Day.
I have a feeling that ours is
Um,
along the seafront.
you've probably got loads near you.
Yeah.
If I had a look, parkrun.org.uk. Let's have a look. Find your local park run events. Okay, so you are near Lowestoft then, aren't you? So
Yeah.
if I zoom into Lowestoft, which is Halesworth, are you that far up or not that
Yeah,
far
ours
up?
was about, I don't know, probably 15 miles away.
Southwold.
Oh,
What's
yeah, I've
this
got one
one?
here, look.
Oh, yeah,
Lowestoft
Lowestoft
Park
Park Run
Run.
on the promenade.
Yeah, so it is along the seafront, yeah. Let me
Yeah,
see if they
so every Saturday at 9.
Oh, yeah, course
Um,
page. So the course page, I take it, will tell you the map of where you're going, will it? Let's have a look.
Yeah, so the course page will tell you more about the course. So it shows you a little Google map of the course itself.
Oh yeah.
As you can see, yours is all along the promenade on the seafront, which is great because it means it's all level, more or less, and it's all tarmac as well, I'm guessing. So you're not going to get muddy shoes and you're not going to slip and fall over like I do. It's 5K, so just over 3 miles. I average.
Okay.
I don't run. I did try running,
No.
but I totally did my knees in. I totally did them in. It was a mess. But I average about anywhere between 48 and 50 minutes. Just walking around.
Do you
The
know what?
fastest
I
runner,
think,
I think,
where
did
am
it
I
in
Saturday? I
17
could do
minutes.
that Saturday, yeah. Yeah, I could do that Saturday, actually. I might do that this Saturday, I think.
You need to register on the Parkrun
Oh, do you?
website. Yes, because you get a barcode.
Okay.
And I'm trying
Right.
to find my I think oh no, here's mine.
Is this in
I've
case you
got
die while you do it and they can notify your
yeah,
next
yeah,
of
all that
kin?
kind of stuff. Also, and that, but also you get like a page on their website where it posts all of your results on there. So I mean, you can either share it
Ah,
with people or keep it private. But I've got a barcode, so you'll get the barcode, and you end up just flashing your phone. But I don't like walking with my phone because phones are quite heavy. So I've actually
yeah.
got one of these cool things, which is like a little
Oh, yeah.
silicon wristband, which has got my barcode on it. It says
Yeah.
10 because that's how many park runs I'd done you can only get these when you've done 10. So I've now done 20. So the next target is 25. So I'll update this and get a 25. And then after that, it's 50. My
Nice.
sister's done 255, something like that. She got me
Yeah, I
into it.
think
She
I'm
just
gonna.
asked me one day, "Do you fancy doing it?"
I
It's good fun.
I think I'm
You
gonna
should
do
do
it
it.
on Saturday.
Do it. Get
Yeah,
Doris to do it as well.
I'll
You can
do it.
take the
The
dog
only
with
thing is,
you.
obviously, if no, I don't. I hate taking the dog with us when we do it. We've got
Okay.
one of them retractable leads for the dog.
Yeah.
Do you know the
Well,
ones I
they say
mean?
when you take a dog,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
I
the
know what you
dog
mean. The
just
ones where they can run off and then you got like that at the last minute.
pain in the arse. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, yeah.
But you can take a dog,
no, I
but
think
they say
I'll
you have to keep it on a short lead.
yeah, no, I'll just go and do it by myself. I think I'll do it on Saturday. I've got to go down to Essex
Yeah,
Saturday
I
night to work,
genuinely.
and then Sunday go on.
There's a big delay, isn't there? This is weird. I generally don't like doing it on a gig day because you can feel like dog shit in the evening. Yeah. So generally, I only do park runs on days where I've got
Yeah.
no gigs, which is why I quite enjoy walking
Perhaps I
during the
ought to be
week with
careful
the
then.
route that I've got. But I mean, I'm not working for the next 7
Yeah.
weeks, so the plan is I'm gonna do one hopefully every week now until I get back to work. So
Yeah. That might be not a good idea for me to do it Saturday. I'm working Saturday night, and then I'm working Sunday as well. I've got Sunday's
yeah,
my birthday. I've got an all-day wedding on Sunday, so that probably might not be a good idea. But I know what the route is. I could actually go and do it anyway, couldn't I? So
yeah, you could do. Yeah, I think yours is two laps of that course as well. So that's the other downside of the park run, especially with mine, because the fastest runner at mine does it in about 17 minutes. So I average about anywhere between 48 and 50, right? So it's 2 laps. When I'm maybe halfway around my first lap, the winner is overtaking me on his second and last lap. So by the time I get down towards where the
yeah,
finish line is, there are people finishing, and I'm about to start my second lap, and that is a real stab in the heart. That is when you see people finishing, and
yeah,
you've got to go again. But to be fair to all the people who were there, and a lot of the runners as well, the fact that you're there is enough, and they will g you up, and they will give you all the moral support, and they'll walk along with you and chat with you. Yeah, I find it a nice little community thing, really. Obviously, obviously not everyone's like that.
mm,
They go there, they do their run, they piss off home, but there are people there who
yeah,
appreciate that. Certainly someone like me, I'm not there to run. right? I can't run because my knees will just give way. My knees, my ankles, it'll all just fucking give in, But the fact that I'm there and doing it, they will talk to you, chat with you, do the course with you. It's a nice little thing. I never thought it'd be like that. I thought it would just all be thin, fit people running at the speed of light like the Flash, and then you just get in their way because they want to finish it in 10 minutes or whatever. But it's not like that at all. There are a lot of walkers there, which is what I quite like about it.
I know, I'll do it.
So you should sign up.
Yeah, I will.
Sign up. Get it done. Get it done.
Yeah. So anyway, while we're on the subject of running, Couch to 5K. So I started that just after our last podcast, so a week ago. First day I did it, and while I was doing it, I thought it'd be easy, if I'm being honest. Even the first sort of, the beginnings of doing it, I thought it'd be easy. And then realised that I hadn't actually run for God knows how many years.
57 years?
Yeah, 57 years. Yeah, I think I said on one of my Facebook Lives, the last time I ran was when someone said that the tuck shop was open at school, and I legged it to the tuck shop. That was probably the last time. But or if I was waiting for the chip shop to open, that was the last time I'd run anywhere. So it was a bit of a shock. I was when I got home, I was all right. I felt like I was a bit sort of asthmatic, very wheezy when I got in. But then, I mean, it's like Teresa said, she said, "Oh, it's probably because we were down by the Broad." So, and it was, I think we were doing it. It was quite a sort of overcast afternoon, and I think it was just the fact I was taking all this air into my lungs that I probably wasn't used to whilst I was exerting myself. So I was quite wheezy doing it, but I did it. And then that evening, that was it. That's where it hit me in the evening. My shin bone was just like in hideous amounts of pain, cramp, and my feet were in. I was just sitting there watching TV, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, my foot, and it was just like just horrible pain. Went to bed. I just couldn't settle down in bed because my shins were hurting so much. And I was getting Teresa to stretch me leg and trying, thinking that would help. I kept touching it and rubbing it, thinking, oh, perhaps I'll rub it away, it'll be all right, but nothing. And then the only way I got rid of it, Teresa put some deep heat on it, and it eased it. And then the following day, I was fine. It was no problem at all. And then I went out again and wasn't so bad. But I think, if I'm honest, being the weight I am and the age I am, I'm not sure that jogging is the thing for me. I was talking to Robbie Collins last night at the meeting we were at in Colchester, and he does a lot of cycling. And he said, no, forget the jogging. He said, get cycling. He said, cycling, you'll use up virtually every muscle in your body. It's a lot safer. You can plan on going somewhere, turning around and coming back on a bicycle, whereas it can be a little bit sort of lonely if you're running by yourself. And, when you think that the majority of the running I would be doing, or most people would do, in a sort of suburban setting, is on concrete. So I'm not sure that's going to be great on any of my joints at my age, So I keep thinking I'm still in my 20s, and I'm not in my 20s anymore, and so
you're 220s.
I know, and older on Sunday, sadly. But I might again this week. While I do the Slimming World meals, I think I might cycle every day and try that and just see what that, and then possibly the following week I might swim every day or every other day.
Yeah, I would say when you're our kind of size, you need something low impact.
Yeah,
so swimming,
definitely.
cycling,
the only other thing I could
walking.
the only other thing I could think of was on a treadmill, obviously because it's cushioned. But then it's going to be a bit boring on a treadmill, isn't it?
Yeah. The shoes are important. I spoke to you the other day. I'll show you mine.
Yeah,
have you bought them yet?
No.
Have you bought yours?
No, but I've got.
All right. Okay. These are These are mine. Well, well worn now, but these are the Hoka 1-1 Clifton 8s, and they are absolutely gorgeous on your feet when you're walking in them. They're so soft, and they're perfect. They're perfect for walking in. The last pair I had, I walked. I don't use them for day to day.
No,
I only use them when I go out walking. So the first pair I got, I walked 300 miles in them before they fell apart.
And the make of them is Hoka, Hoka, just in case anyone wants to sponsor us. Yeah,
Hoka. You know what? I would love.
Is that
Hoka? H-O. Well, it's Hoka. Excuse me, Hoka 1-1 actually. Hoka 1-1. But yeah, those are the Clifton 8s. The new ones are the Clifton 9s, and they're. But like I said, I think I was talking to you on the phone when I bought them. When I went to the shop to buy them. I thought they're just going to be taking the piss out of me. You know, a fat man in a running shop, seriously. And I went in there, and I mean, the guy I spoke to was really nice. He explained that the shoe is really important. You know, he wanted to put me on a treadmill. I honestly thought it was an episode of Beatles About or something like that. But he wanted to. He put me on the treadmill in some special shoes so he could work out what my foot profile was to find out which were the best shoes. Because he said if they're not going to be the Hokas, he said then we will have something that will be good for you. And it was just confirmed that the Hokas would be the best all round shoe for me. So that was pretty groovy. Yeah, but I did think this guy's taking the piss. He just wants to see me wobbly bits on the bloody treadmill. I didn't have to run. I just had to walk.
I think
it was all right. It was good. It was a good thing.
Yeah, I think I would probably feel the same if I went into one of those. So credit to him for making you feel welcome and actually helping you out. Because I'm sure there'd be 100%. Other shops that people would just be standing there taking the piss out of you. So
they would be. Yeah, 100%.
So I might still have a look at getting a pair. I've actually got the page open on my browser as we speak. So
all right, okay.
I had, and then that was it. Because I'd also seen a pair of Under Armour ones as well, which were running ones. But I think if I was going to go for any, I'd go for the ones that you've said, because obviously you've got them and you know how good they are. So, but I mean, yeah, they're
great.
The trouble is, I've on the sites that are selling them, all these running sites, of course you have to go on there down, and all of a sudden it's like you can't go any further until you put your bloody email address in, and then God, I think every day I've had emails from running shops, you know, and if only they could see me, they would soon stop sending them. So, but
your email app is thinking, what the hell is going on?
Oh yeah. Are you sure? Yeah, are you sure? So we did say last week we were going to be very honest and transparent about what we were when we both started, what we've lost so far, where we are now, and obviously what we're hoping to achieve. You know, if that's any different to when we started these podcasts. So, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I don't mind going first. So I got my Slimming World book out. Now, here's my first Slimming World book. Yep. So as you can see, I've got quite a few stickers on there.
Yeah.
Got quite a few stickers here. I was Man of the Year.
Yeah.
Then I got Mr. Sleek. All the yellow ones are Slimmer of the Week. Some of these other ones are, I think this one is my Club 10, my 10%, I think. Club 10, I lost 10%. And all the yellow ones are Slimmer of the Week and whatever. So I went through that book, and then this is the new book. Okay, as you can see, no stickers on here yet, but there's plenty of space for stickers. I went through and I added up how many pounds I had lost in total since I started Slimming World. And I started, because the date is in here, on the 21st of Feb 2022. So that 2-year anniversary is coming up. So I was 28 stone 3 when I started.
Yeah.
Now, I added up all the pounds I'd lost, and I also added up all the pounds I'd gained.
Yeah.
So lost pounds, £138 in total, which if you don't know what that means, that's just over 62 and a half kilos, or 9 stone 9 pounds. That's what I've lost in total, which sounds like a really good number. I'm really quite impressed with that. 9 stone I've lost in 2 years.
Yeah.
I wish I had actually lost 9 stone, because the other figure is the amount of weight I've actually put on as well. Because when you go Slimming World, they not only tell you how much you've lost, they also tell you how much you've gained. So in that same period, I've gained 103 pounds, which is 7 stone. So I've lost 9 stone 9, but I've also put on 7 stone, which I'm really fucking pissed off at, if I'm honest with you. That has really, really pissed me off. And when I was going through all the figures, I noticed where it all kind of started going wrong. Because when you start Slimming World, you drop a lot of weight really quite quickly,
Yeah, you
because
do.
you're really into and engaged in the plan. So, like, for the first few weeks, if I get the book out, for the first few weeks, I was losing big numbers. So my first week, 5.5. The week after, 12.5. And then 7, 5.5, 9.5, 5.5, 4.5, 3, 2.5, 4, 4.5, 5.5. So really big numbers. But then around, I would say it was October 2022, when I'd lost the most weight. The most I got to was 4 stone 5 pounds. It all started going wrong at that point, because Christmas came as well, and I got complacent. I put 30, well, I put a stone on over Christmas, and then my weight losses dropped. So there was a few maintains, a pound off, 2 pounds on, 2.5 pounds off, 1 pound on, and that's how it's been for like 18 months.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really not putting the amount of effort in that I need to.
But
I
you're
need to get
still
back to where I was when I first started.
But you are still
I'm still in credit.
I was gonna say, you mustn't lose sight of, what you've done so far, and, it's, you've still lost, what, 2.5 stone?
Yeah, so the official figure, according to the book, it's I just don't like looking at it. It's terrible. 2 stone 1.5 pounds.
But it's still
When I was 4 stone 5 off. So
yeah, I know, and similar to me. I mean, I'd got just under 6 stone off, and then various things happen, and then like you said, you get complacent. I think we touched on
yeah,
one episode where people start saying, "God, you look great. You look great. You look great," and then you think to yourself,
and you
"Okay, well,
feel great as well.
if I look great, I feel great because you're telling me I look great. So let me just I will have that sandwich. I will have that burger because it's okay. People are telling me I look great.
Yeah.
So you're sort of
Mm.
lulled into this false sense of security in terms of people telling you look great. Where I think the only people that really I suppose my mum and probably Teresa were the only ones that would ever say, although they would always compliment and say, I I would have to I'd pretty much have to ask for a compliment rather than them
Yeah.
saying, "My God, you look great," right?
Yeah.
And this is a plus. This is what I'm saying, right? Whereas other people would say, "God, you don't have to look. Oh, God, you look good. God, you look good," which probably doesn't help. Whereas Teresa and my mum would probably always be, "Just keep it up. Just do what you're doing.
Mm.
You just be good this week. Be good," rather than some people's attitudes are, "Oh, you don't have to try anymore. You've got it. You look great.
Mm.
You look great." And then, of course, you get that
Yeah.
in your head, and then you think, "Oh, well, I can cheat because I know I can lose it." So, and that's where it all goes wrong. So I was the same. I mean, yeah, I
That's
was,
exactly where it goes wrong.
yeah, exactly. So I was at 26 stone when I started. I got down to, I think it was 20 stone and 3 pound. I think it was. So I was 3 pound off of losing 6 stone. And then today, my total loss is just over 3.5 stone. So I've put on about 2.5 stone, which again, when you look at it, a bit like you it's tinged with a little bit of embarrassment. You also that's why I didn't really want to say anything last week because I didn't feel really comfortable with it at all. But actually, when you look back at it, you think, do you know what? I've come quite a way at 3.5 stone this week. You know, if I hadn't lost this week, I'd have been at well just under 3 stone, which would have been even worse. I'd have felt terrible. You know, so
Did you add up the total amount of weight you've
no, I
lost?
did. I wish I'd have done it now, but perhaps I'll do that for the next episode because I've got my old book as well, but I
Yeah.
didn't. It would be really interesting to see how much I'd lost overall. Um, but I'm just think,
But,
I'm a
when I look at my figure, my 9 stone 9,
yeah,
that's the bit that has pushed me on a little bit more again now for the rest of this week, because the fact I've lost 9 stone 9, that tells me I can do it.
exactly.
That tells me I can do it and I am capable of doing it. Putting the weight on, that's the difficult bit, especially when you've got holidays coming up and then, you've got birthdays and Christmases. And
Yeah,
it's like tonight, it's Valentine's night. So we've got a steak thing from M&S. I'm having to be really good today with what I'm eating today
yeah,
in order to kind of limit the damage of what I'm going to eat tonight,
yeah,
because I think we've got like a cheese and leek tart, and then we've got the steak in butter with triple cooked chips and veg, and then a lemon cheesecake. Um, I know all of those are heavy on sins. I've got no idea what they are, but I just know it's probably telephone numbers. But as long
yeah,
as I'm good Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then I should be able to pull myself back from that. So I'm pleased with the 9 stone 9, 100%.
yeah.
I'm not happy with the 7 stone though.
Nah, nah, but you know you can do it. Same as I can do it. It's just getting your head in the right space. If I can
Of
lose
course it is.
if I can lose £6 next week between now and next week, then I'll be over 4 stone lost then, and then I'm sort of on
Yeah.
the homeward stretch back to where I was. Yeah, because I've still got clothes in my
I,
wardrobe. I've still got clothes that I've got suits, I've got lovely blazers, things like that that I wear for weddings, and I've tried them on, and yeah, I last time we were in America, well, we actually when we got married out there in July, I bought some Levi's. Bought 3
mhm.
pairs of Levi's when we came back. So I hadn't bought them back with me. They were over in America, and Teresa's brother Stuart sent them over. Um, and they arrived yesterday. So when I got home last night, there was the package there with 4 pairs of Levi's in. One pair was
Yeah.
Teresa's, but Teresa had ordered hers smaller because obviously that was her motivation to get into them. Um,
Mm.
my 3 pairs, I bought 1 pair that I knew would fit me, and then I bought 2 pairs that I knew would be my 2 motivational pairs, and they were lovely. An
Yeah.
old pair of 501s, button-up fly, faded, really lovely old pair of jeans. I tried them on last night when I got in. I was all excited, and they were about 2 inches away from being able to do them up. And then the other pair, which were a darker pair, which were again a lovely pair of 501s, um, they were about 2.5 inches away from, although they were the same size.
So you're getting there.
I'm getting there.
You're
So
getting there,
but
and then
it's disheartening when you put them on and there's like that gap doing the buttons, and you think, "Oh God, I'm never going to fit." But then I look back and I think
yeah,
there was one particular red blazer I had, a red velvet blazer. I was like that far away from doing the buttons up. And I actually
yeah,
remember that I'd set myself a goal that I was going to wear that blazer when I did Jason from Slimming World. When I did his wedding, I was going to wear that blazer that day. And I
yeah,
wore that
yeah,
blazer that day and it fitted perfectly. And I could do it up and it was, I don't think and that was when I was about 5.5 stone down. So, and
yeah,
I don't think I'd ever felt that good before. I felt everything was right. I'd lost the weight. I was wearing what I wanted to wear. I felt comfortable. I didn't feel like people were staring at me, pointing at me, laughing at me. I just felt great. So that's my aim. Another if I lose another stone and I'm at 4.5 stone lost, I'm only another half a stone. I'm only £7 away from doing 5 stone. So, you know, I think if you
Yeah,
break
yeah.
it down like that, it's like it's so achievable. It really is, and just getting your head in the right place. Just getting your head in the right place. So,
I would like to lose maybe 5 this week. I think I did 1 last week, which I was quite pleased with. I think I was expecting at least a maintain,
yeah,
but I was happy with the 1. This week is different. I'm thinking different. Certainly with the numbers that I calculated, that's made me think a lot different. So yeah, I'm hoping for something better, because all you need is, you just need a big loss just to kind of
yeah,
drive you on
yeah,
and push you forwards. And I think, you know, it's the key to, because when you're like us, right? You need the motivation. You need a driving force to push you into doing this. Now, I mean, my consultant, he does his best. I don't hear from him as much as my first consultant was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant. The second one was rubbish. She was just terrible. The one I've got now is good, but he's not as good as the first one I had. So, he's got a busy group. You know, I suppose I think it'd be wrong to say he focuses on the ones who are losing weight week in, week out. But I guess, you know, he's got his busy day job and he does the Slim World stuff, and it's just hard to kind of keep on top of everybody. And just, you know,
yeah.
he's got a WhatsApp group that he pushes little motivational pictures out into and all that kind of thing. I'll be honest, I never look at them.
No,
I never look at them. If he rang me up and said, "How you doing, Ian?" I'd that would be perfect, but I just know that's not going to happen, because I don't think he would do that to anyone.
do you think
Not
there's
not
any?
just him. I don't think it's part of the slimming world thing,
No,
um, but I don't know if that's part of the training. I mean, I guess when you're dealing with people who struggle to lose weight, you know, you have to put that kind of time in, because little things like that can really help people.
yeah.
Maybe my expectations are too high. I don't know.
No, I
I
know
know
what you
some
mean. I
people
think
who
when
go to
you,
slimming world
yeah,
groups who have amazing consultants.
yeah, I think I agree with you. I think that when you talk about support, you know, some people's idea of support is different to others. You know, I've heard,
Yeah.
um, I bumped into a lady in one of the local restaurants I was working, and I said, "Oh, I haven't seen you at group," you know, and then she explained why she hadn't gone, you know, and you sort of come away from it, you think, well, if you need that amount of support, you know, firstly, you know, do you really want to lose the weight? And if you do really want to lose the
Yeah.
weight, is, you know, why do you need that amount of support? You should be able to do it anyway. You know, you should be fine with doing it. But I don't know. I mean,
I think if I was getting one phone call a week to just say, "How are you doing? What problems are you facing?" Now they would say to you, "You get that at the meeting,"
yeah,
but I don't want it at the meeting. I want it as a one-to-one.
yeah,
But I
I know
think
what
for
you
what you
mean.
pay, I don't think you should get. I don't think you would get that as a one-to-one, because
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess they're busy. They're dealing with 300 people. They
yeah,
can't ring everyone.
yeah. I mean,
You know.
I know exactly what you mean, but I think if if I felt I needed that support, if I, like, for instance, my consultant Jason, if Jason phoned me up and said, "Oh, I noticed you put £12 on, Nick. You know what's going on?" Um, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. You know,
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
am I going to sit there and am I going to feed him a load of old tosh that I think he might believe? Oh, I've really struggled this week, Jason, because, you know, I've been so busy
Yeah.
and I just haven't been able to pick up any food, and, you know, I've just been eating the wrong stuff. And no, no, Nick, you just haven't been concentrating on what you're doing. It's as simple as that, you
Yeah.
know. And so, is it that people use that as a bit of an excuse? Oh, I don't know if I'm getting this support. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But
I think
yeah,
you're right. I think
I
you're
think
right.
I think if you put weight on, you know why you've put weight on anyway. And on the flip
Oh
side of
yeah.
that, if you want to lose weight, you know, the chances are you know how to do it. It's just a case of doing it and getting your head right and getting on and, you know, knuckling down and doing it. So,
and I know I can do it because I've lost 9 stone 9 pounds.
exactly right. Exactly
I
right.
know I can do it. Just wanted to talk about breakfasts.
Yeah.
And stuff, because something came up on my TikTok this week about this young guy. He's lost, I think he said 10 stone in 9 months,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to share with you how I do it. And he went on about, we've been conditioned since an early age that for breakfast you eat cereal or yogurt or something healthy, blah blah blah. He said, and the problem you have with that is cereals and yogurts and all, they've all got sugars in, and they don't keep you full, you know. So you'll find that an hour later, half an hour later, 2 hours later, or whatever, you'll have a sugar crash, and you'll start wanting more food. You'll start looking around for something else to eat. And he said he'd read a book which said, you know, historically mankind are meat eaters. You
Yeah.
know, we need meat to survive. Now, I know there's maybe some vegetarians and vegans out there who have a completely opposite view to this, and that's fine. I get that. But, you know, this is what he said. Mankind are meat eaters. We need meat to survive. Therefore, he said breakfast should not be high sugar foods. They
Yeah.
should be protein-based foods. So things like red meat, eggs, chicken, all that stuff which is high in protein. So he changed his breakfast from what he thought was healthy, i.e., bran flakes or Weetabix, even some of the things that Slimming World promote, like yogurt with berries, you know, like strawberries and blueberries and whatever. He swapped all that out, and for every single meal of the day, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, he had protein in one form or another.
Okay.
Right?
So,
He was sat there eating for breakfast like a fajita kind of beef mince mix with salad, and that was his breakfast. And then for lunch he'd have chicken and something else, and then for dinner he'd have steak and something like a jacket
okay.
potato and salad or
So
something like that.
just for the sake of the people that are listening that probably don't understand what proteins are, just list a few proteins.
What, high protein foods?
Yeah, well, things that he would eat. So meats. So red meat,
Okay, eggs. Yeah, red meat, eggs,
eggs.
almonds are quite high in protein.
What are?
Chicken, cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Cottage cheese is quite good. Zero fat cottage cheese. Low fat Greek yogurt, high in protein. Milk is high in protein, but it also contains a lot of fat, so you just got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Lentils are high in protein. I can't eat lentils. I just can't. I can't bring myself to eat it.
Yeah, I don't mind lentils.
Lean beef. Lean beef is good. So beef mince, sirloin or rump steak, obviously with all the fat trimmed off as much as you can. Ribeyes, not so much because they've got that nice fatty bit in the middle that everyone wants
Oh,
to eat.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fish is high in protein, also high in oil as well.
Whitefish.
But I know on
Whitefish you're
Slimming
talking
World,
about,
which
though.
is whitefish, yeah. Salmon, and that's not a white fish, but high in protein. Actually, one of the highest protein fish there are. Quinoa, again, I just can't. I didn't
Yeah.
even know what quinoa was until I moved down south. It's obviously a southern thing like
It's just
hummus.
trendy. Yeah.
Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are high in protein. Turkey breast is high in protein.
Yeah, we eat a lot of turkey.
Shellfish. You're sorry?
We eat a lot of turkey because Doris only eats white meat, so that tends to be chicken or
Ah, right,
turkey all the
okay.
time. So
Yeah.
it's chicken.
Shellfish, so things like prawns,
Yeah. What about
yeah, chicken, peanuts, and peanut butter. Very high in protein,
but
but
extremely
also high in
fattening, aren't
fat as
they?
well.
Yeah.
Extremely fattening, yeah.
Mm,
So he said that you need to eat somewhere in the region of 100 to 150 grams of protein a day.
okay.
A day.
Okay.
And the good thing about protein is it keeps you fuller for longer. So, and this is something that they promote in Slimming World. You'll have heard, if any people from who go to Slimming World, they will have heard that drummed into them week in, week out. High protein rich foods will keep you fuller for longer. So this morning I had 3 very large scrambled eggs, super high in protein, with 3 trimmed rashers of bacon, also high in protein.
Yeah.
With some Frank's Red Hot sauce, and I had that at 9:30. Now, normally I would have gone for a bowl of crunchy nut or something like that, right? And you know what? Even now, I don't feel I need to eat any food, and
Yeah.
that was 3.5 hours ago, 4.5 hours ago, something like that.
Yeah, that's good. Did you do your bacon in the air fryer?
I did not. I did the bacon in the frying pan.
Yeah.
I did it in the frying pan with a bit of olive oil. That's all. That's all I did. A
I
little bit
quite
of
like
olive oil. So it
I
wasn't a
have to say,
sin-free breakfast, but it was high in protein.
yeah, I like the idea of the lean beef. I mean, if you were to cut up, little bits of pepper, onion, and add that like basically like a burger mixture, and flatten it
Yeah,
down and have a couple of those
yeah,
with a couple of eggs, poached eggs on top.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You've
yeah.
probably got a really nice. I always say to Doris, I always struggle with breakfast because
Mm,
I don't like the effort of having to go and do it. Um, Teresa's probably
yeah,
different. I mean, I can be sort of sitting here doing stuff at my desk in the morning, and then all of a sudden she says, "Oh, your breakfast is ready," and she's made, like she's put bacon in the air fryer, scrambled egg, tomatoes, and mushrooms,
yeah,
which, as we know on Slimming World, is pretty much a free breakfast to have. Um,
yeah,
and that's nice, and I enjoy that if I'm not cooking it. But if I was here and I was doing my emails or my social media in the morning, and then I got up and thought, right, I've got to go and make that. I just can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered, you know. Um, but
yeah. That is the big problem. That is a big problem.
and lunchtime's the same. That's why, similar to you last week, with your soup, you've got a bowl of soup there on the hob. You just it's so easy at lunchtime just to put some in a bowl, stick it in the microwave, or just reheat the bowl, and there's your lunch, and it's full of real
And
goodness, and
and,
it's
tr-
great for you.
and try not to eat the crusty bread that you need to have
Try
with
not
it.
to yeah, with the Lurpak
I'll tell you
butter
what.
on it.
I'll tell you what I've got for lunch. Let me just go. Let me
Yeah.
just go and grab it. Oh Christ! It is now.
The cat
Ewan
just to let
would
you know,
eat
the cat
this.
wants to come in.
Well, you can fuck off.
Yeah.
Um, there we go. That
Plant
this
Greek
is
style kebab. Let me take a photograph.
yeah.
I'll
This
tell you where it
is
is. Hang on, hang on. Hang on.
screenshotting it.
Done it. Right, where'd you get that from?
Okay, Tesco.
Yeah.
They have. There's 2 of these. There's a shawarma one, and then there's this Greek one,
Oh, I like
and
shawarma.
they kind of flip between them. They're £2 a packet.
Yeah.
I think this is 2.5 sins for the whole packet.
Yeah.
Okay, it tastes just like doner meat, but you don't get that feeling that you've just eaten an animal that you didn't
Oh,
really want to eat.
yeah.
So in terms of the numbers, okay, 100% plant based, so no meat at all.
Yeah.
High in protein, but just how high in protein is it? It is protein, 15, almost 30 grams of protein in that whole packet. So bearing in mind that they say you should be eating 100 to 150 grams a day, this is really quite good. Bell peppers, onions, lettuce, olives maybe, and whatever. This makes a really nice meal. Don't put it on chips like I sometimes have in the
Oh,
past,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Don't put it on chips because I do like a doner meat and chips after a gig.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah. How
honest.
lovely.
But this, if you look at that with the Lebanese style flatbread there on the picture,
Oh, I love flatbread. Oh,
how
God.
yummy does that look?
I wonder if you can
How
make.
yummy does that look?
Is there a recipe in the Slimming World book for flatbreads that you can make that are,
Yeah, I think. I think it is flour and zero fat yogurt. I think it's only them two ingredients.
Okay. You haven't
But
tried it, I take
I
it?
think I have tried it.
Yeah.
I just don't know what the sin value is. But I think normally Slimming World recommend you go for the Weight Watchers wraps instead
Okay.
of flatbreads.
I was amazed how many calories are in normal wraps.
Ugh. Yeah, I know. I know. Tell me about it. See, I would normally have this in a wrap, the Weight Watchers ones, if I can get hold of them. I don't like the wholemeal wraps because they tend to fall apart. The white ones are always better, but
Yeah.
obviously they're higher in sin value. But this, right, it says on the packet, eat open minded, right? And I just whack it in you can microwave it,
Yeah.
or just stick it in the frying pan with a little squirt of olive oil and some spices, maybe. If you just want to, it's got enough spice in it.
Yeah.
But if you want a bit more, obviously chuck some peri peri seasoning on it or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, Nick, it's plant based. It tastes just like doner meat.
Okay, I'll try it.
So if you like doner meat, this is a nice alternative.
Yeah, I'll try
They
it.
also do beef. They also do beef strips. It's not beef, obviously. It's it's like beefy or whatever name that they give to these things.
Yeah.
Not as nice, I'll be honest. But that and the shawarma are absolutely amazing.
Love shawarma.
2.5 cents for the whole packet. Well worth it.
I think the first proper
Well,
shawarma I had was in America, and that was in I forget what it was, some Middle Eastern restaurant takeaway place, and
yeah,
and the people that were near us where we were staying said, "Oh, you got to try it. You got to try it. We'll take you." And we went there, and it was probably the best takeaway food I've ever had in my life. It was so nice,
yeah.
and it was absolutely jam packed in this flatbread, and it was just big, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah,
Absolutely amazing.
Covent Garden is good for that kind of stuff because there's all sorts of like sellers around there selling that.
Oh,
And
lovely.
also there's a Lebanese restaurant in Brighton who do amazing shawarma, and also a Lebanese restaurant in near the Royal Albert Hall in
Oh yeah,
London,
yeah.
and their shawarma is just off. It's just amazing.
Do you ever buy?
It's just amazing.
Have you ever bought the doner meat that you can get from like Iceland and places like that?
You know what? I've seen a lot on TikTok about that recently,
Uh,
and I'm not sure. Have you had any?
yeah.
Go on.
Oh, I thought you was going to tell me it was like picked up off the floor or something, or swept up.
No,
Oh,
no, no, no. I've got no. I've seen a lot of it on TikTok. I've got no idea
okay.
what it tastes like, or even what sin value it is, or
So
anything like
that's
that.
one of my. That's one. Excuse me. Oh yeah. That's one of my Fat Wednesday treats. Between that and a chicken burger is homemade kebabs. So get some really
Mm.
nice big pita breads, get the doner meat and some chicken breasts, and cook them together. So you've got like a mixed kebab, red cabbage,
Ooh,
lettuce,
ooh,
red onion,
oh!
yeah,
Oh,
and
stop it!
garlic mayo, or the flatbreads, and just have them like that. And
Yeah,
so nice. But I really like that kebab, mate. I have a
yeah.
feeling, however, it's probably not that good for you. I might be wrong.
What,
I
the
mean,
Iceland one?
yeah, it might be that next time I look on the back of the packet, it says on here, "Will aid weight loss." I don't think it will,
Yeah,
though.
that and may contain nuts or something like
Yeah, that's
that.
it. Yeah,
If
yeah,
I was using my phone as my webcam, I'd have a look on the app and just see what it is.
yeah.
I wonder if there's anything on Google. Let's have a look. Iceland. Oh, Iceland. Doner kebab meat. Slimming world sins. Here we go. Let's Google it. Frozen kebab meat sins. Oh, here we go. Minimins.com. Has anybody bought this? Nutritional info. Okay. High in fat, 29% fat. Uh, ooh, ooh, 13 sins per 100 grams.
And 100 grams isn't really a lot, is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how big the packets are. Let's have a look. Iceland.com. Dynamite. Let's have a look. Oh god, the internet is so flipping slow today. Come on, you bastard. No, it's not coming up. Iceland, hang on. Iceland frozen Dynamite. Yeah, their grill house Dynamite is 350 grams, so a third of the packet, 13 sins.
A third of the packet, yeah. Mind you, there's a lot in there, so yeah, I suppose in moderation it would be all right.
But
it's
Nick, look, you know, and I know when you say in moderation.
Yeah, I'm kidding
You know,
myself.
what are the chances of you emptying the whole packet into the frying pan or into the air fryer or whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
You would do, and that'd be 39 sins. So you'd blow your sin count in one day. You know, I can't see anything in the book anymore which explains how many sins you're allowed when you're a big fat chunk like me. I thought it was about 35, but I can't see anything in there which explains it.
Say if you stick to about 25, it'll be about right.
Yeah,
and you're still going to
it
be
talks
under what
about
you
up
should be
to
having.
15. Talks about up to 15, but that's obviously for people who are not as fat as me.
Normal people.
Yeah, normal people, whatever normal is.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
So, the week ahead, you're back on the Slimming World dinners.
Yep, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do cycling as well in between my gigs that I've got. And I'm going to
Fat Wednesday.
I'm going to set myself a target of £6.
6. Okay, I'm going to
£6.
go for 5.
Good man.
I'm going to go for 5. Fat Wednesday for you. So you're off plan today. I take it.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, that's
If
groovy.
Jason, my Slimming World consultant, is listening, no, I should be 100% on plan because I'm 100% focused. If anyone else is listening, no, I'm going to eat like a pig.
You always more or less go off plan on Fat Wednesday anyway.
Yeah, I went off.
My Fat Monday usually kind of blends into Fat Tuesday and Fat Wednesday.
Yeah.
But I did all right this week. I didn't have a Fat Monday, but I didn't have a Fat Tuesday.
No, you said you were pretty good. I have to say, if I hadn't have done a Fat Wednesday last week, I might have lost 9.5 pounds, mightn't I? So, or 10.5
exactly,
pounds.
yeah.
So I suppose that, but you know, I will be sensible for the rest of the day. We're going to eat tonight, but apart from that, yeah, I'll be back on it, and hopefully I'll get £6 off next week. We'll see. See if I can get them jeans a little bit closer to the buttons.
Yeah, and I've got to get in my Nick and Doris shirt.
Yeah, your Nick and Doris shirt you have as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think many people have seen it.
Nah.
I will get it now because
yeah, get it now.
Far away. There we go. There's my Nick and Doris shirt.
Proper shirt. Look.
Yeah. So if I try and put this on, this is the scale of now. Bearing in mind when I bought this,
yeah,
right, it's a 5XL.
Yeah.
From China.
Yeah.
You saw my belly then.
Yeah.
5XL from China. I mean, I've got no fucking chance, have I?
Yeah.
That ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, but to be fair, Chinese sizes are somewhat different to ours, aren't they?
Yeah, I would never go to Superdry and buy clothes.
No.
Because I just know that even if they did a 6XL, it would never fit.
Hang on one second, because I've got Doris is knocking at the door, waiting to get in. Stay there.
Leave her outside in the rain.
All right, hang on.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to Doris. I'm just going to say, look at my flowers, Doris. Just how lovely my flowers are. Where is she? Where is Doris?
I'm back in the room.
Where is Doris?
She's going to be walking through here any second. Hang on.
Oh, good.
Are you going to mention Valentine's, are you?
Of course I am.
Yeah, you rotten bastard.
Where is she?
All right,
Come on, Doris.
Here's Teresa.
Hey, Doris, look at these.
Look. Oh, lean down, Teresa. Lean down so that Can you see them? Yeah.
They're lovely. I didn't get them from a garage either.
No.
Teresa got some flowers, didn't you, Teresa? And a card. And a card.
They got a sausage dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Well done,
nice
Ian.
to be loved, isn't it? Eh?
Well done.
So I don't normally get flowers, so I'm grateful for the flowers.
Nick said I have to talk to you about roses. Why you don't like roses?
Oh.
Yeah.
Shut up. It's
Dog's gone mad.
My mum never liked roses. She said it was just too expensive, and it's just.
Right. Okay.
So that's why I don't like roses. I just prefer. I'd love a bunch of daffodils. Me.
You know what? Woody bought some daffodils the other day.
Yeah.
Right, because I think she got fed up of waiting. There we go. There's the. There's the daffs. I think she got fed up of waiting for flowers because I'm not really a flower person. I'll be honest, I think they're a waste of money because they don't last very long.
No.
I would rather spend that money on a nice juicy steak or something or a takeaway.
I used to buy flowers like once a week, but I haven't bought flowers for the house probably a couple of years now. So
yeah, see, if Nick was any kind of loving husband, he would make sure that your house was full of fresh flowers every week.
I'm a monster of love. I'm going now. See you later.
Do you not agree, Nick? Do you not agree? Bye.
Well, it all started when I met Teresa, and I used to regularly buy her flowers, and then all of a sudden, as we got to know each other, it just stopped. And I think that was the start of the slippery road to our relationship failing. We rekindled it last year when we got married, so I don't feel like I need to buy her any more flowers because, as I said,
I am the monster of love.
So there you go. Should we wrap it up?
We shall wrap it up. So 6 for you, 5 for me. Back on Slimming World dinners. No more. Are you still gonna do the running, or are you biking now?
I think I might do no. I'm still gonna. I'll still walk. I'll briskly walk. I'm gonna try a week of cycling.
Okay.
I would have done that park run, but like you've said, if I'm doing a gig on Saturday night and then a gig all day Sunday, it's probably not the best thing to be doing. So
no.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
I think I'll cycle.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll be back next week with episode 13.
Yeah, just before we sign off.
13.
Just before we sign off, obviously, again, a big thank you to everyone that listens. Thank you for sharing, and keep sharing it as well so more people get to listen. And if there is anything that you want to talk to us about, or you want us to talk about, or if there's anyone that would like to come on to the podcast, it's really easy to set you up and you can be a guest. We did speak to a couple of people last night, and if it's weight related, hey, get on here. Let's talk to 100%. You. Let's share it.
And we do need to meet up with Alan Marshall at some point and go on.
Yes,
because he did admit. We called him out last week. Just before we finish, we called him out last week.
Yeah,
because we don't think he did. We don't think he does 5 miles because we only see him walking up and down, up and down, up and down. And he did admit.
Yeah,
and he did admit that he doesn't do it all in one go.
You're right. He did admit that.
He did admit he doesn't do it all in one go.
And fair play for him to admit it.
No, absolutely, but also fair play to the amount of walking he does do, because I don't know, was it 1,780 something days now, which is phenomenal, really.
You can't knock that. You definitely cannot knock that, and he's done so well on his weight as well. So fair play to him.
Yeah, well done.
He is what they say. He is an inspiration. Power to the people.
And on that note,
yes.
On that note, I'm going to go make me lunch now.
Can we go now?
Yeah, we can go now.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Laters.